Welcome to the presentation of the MARISCO project, funded by the Belmont Forum. MARISCO stands for Marine Research and Innovation for Sustainable Management of Coasts and Ocean. And the idea behind MARISCO is to use data analysis and model development to inform the management of coastal marine ecosystems. We want to do this by focusing on two regions for which natural and social science expertise is available and data are present. We, in this case, are 6 PIs from 3 academic institutions on 3 different continents. Ben Halpern from NCEAS, Ruth Krause, Kim Peters, and me, Helmut Hillebrand, from Oldenburg, and Bernadette Snow and Mandy Lombard from Port Elizabeth in South Africa. We will introduce ourselves later in this video. The work in MARISCO is separated in 5 different work packages, starting by developing operational targets based on the transdisciplinary knowledge we have for our 2 study regions. The implementation phase includes scenarios of future developments, quantification of the responses to these environmental changes, and understanding the social ecological consequences of these changes. In the last phase of the project, we want to develop recommendations, options, and actions for dynamic ocean management.
Hi, my name is Ben Halpern, and I'm a professor at the Brennan School of Environmental Science and Management at UC Santa Barbara, and also the director of the National Center for Ecological Analysis and Synthesis, also based at UCSB. NCEAS has been around for 25 years and was founded with the idea of synthesizing data and information, knowledge, tools to gain new insights into ecology, and then eventually more broadly into environmental science. We convene teams of experts from around the world to do this, but we also host resident scientists. There are about 65 people at the center now, and it creates a very vibrant, thriving community of ecologists and environmental scientists tackling a whole host and range of problems and research questions. In this project from MARISCO, we will be leading the effort to model future changes in the cumulative impact of human activities on the oceans, leveraging a lot of work that my research group has done over the last 15 years to model, map, and account for the way that these different human stressors affect marine species in the oceans. So we will be leading work package 2, which is developing these scenarios for the future in a model-based, spatially explicit manner, and engaging with partners across the other work packages and through the case study regions to figure out how we can best inform and then apply these scenarios to learn what we'll be doing in the future. And so our next immediate tasks for our project as we launch will be to leverage existing forecast models and data. This is the synthesis side of stuff. And then scoping out the potential for filling those gaps where we may need to add in our own forecast models for the future, so that we can combine them all together to get a sense of the cumulative impact as we move forward. And of course, this is a very data-intensive process, so we will be establishing our data management and analytical framework so that as we move forward, we have a really robust, transparent, and repeatable process to work from.
Nelson Mandela University is situated in Algoa Bay, Port Elizabeth, South Africa. This iconic institution is listed as a comprehensive university, and our Vice-Chancellor is Professor Sembongile Mutwa. The Institute for Coastal and Marine Research is the largest university-wide entity, and it focuses on conducting transdisciplinary ocean science research. We are well equipped for marine research.
I am Professor Mandy Lombard, and I hold the South African Research Chair in Marine Spatial Planning. My current research focuses on ecosystem-based approaches to marine spatial planning. In MARISCO, I'm the principal investigator of the South African team, and will be working mainly with Professor Ben Halpern in Work Package 2, where we aim to validate the use of the Ocean Health Index and cumulative impact mapping as policy support tools across different geographic scales and regions. In Work Package 5, I will support the whole MARISCO team to explore mechanisms and develop tools for dynamic ocean management.
I am Dr. Bernadette Snow, and I am the Director of the Institute for Coastal Marine Research. I focus on socio-ecological research and am trained and experienced in both the natural and social sciences. In MARISCO, I will focus on Work Package 1, where I will collate existing data and determine mechanisms for engaging with stakeholders in Algoa Bay. The knowledge shared will contribute towards Work Package 4, where we aim to understand social connections to nature, as well as the value of nature's contribution to people. I will also work closely with stakeholders in Work Package 5, where we explore mechanisms and develop tools for dynamic ocean management. Our first case study is Algoa Bay. Algoa Bay is situated in the Eastern Cape province of South Africa. The bay is highly dynamic in terms of oceanographic features, which in turn supports a productive ecosystem with high species diversity and habitat types. The bay has a vibrant socio-economic environment with a complex scale of governance. Due to these factors, Algoa Bay has become a hub for research with extensive data sets across the marine sciences, law, and social science disciplines.
The Algoa Bay Project was established by Nelson Mandela University in 2017 as part of a community of practice in marine science, funded by the South African National Research Foundation. It has now grown in scope and includes research on climate change, socio-economic development, system dynamics modeling, marine spatial planning, ocean governance, and conservation. Some of the platforms we have developed during this project include a website, several social media platforms, and a data repository for spatial data, documents, and literature to be stored and shared. 3 stakeholders will be collaborating with us on the MARISCO project, 2 of which are facilities of the National Research Foundation. The first is the South African Environmental Observation Network. It focuses on long-term ecological research in South Africa and its surrounding oceans to detect, translate, and predict environmental change. The second is the South African Institute for Aquatic Biodiversity. It has conducted over 60 years of coastal and marine research and hosts important research platforms required for this research. Third stakeholder is South African National Parks, which is the country's lead conservation authority and focuses on environmental conservation, responsible tourism, and sustainable socio-economic development.
The German partner in this project is the University of Oldenburg, especially the newly founded Helmholtz Institute for Functional Marine Biodiversity. Since 2007, this collaborative institute links the marine research of the University of Oldenburg and the Alfred Wegener Institute Helmholtz Center for Polar and Marine Research. And the institute has been founded with the mission to provide interdisciplinary knowledge for marine conservation and biodiversity management. 3 PIs from our institutions are involved in this project. Kimberly Peters is Professor in Marine Governance, and she takes care of the Work Package 5, Dynamic Ocean Governance, which links the knowledge gained in Work Packages 1 to 4 and takes these findings to contribute to the formulation of targets for sustainable ecosystem management. Especially, she is aiming for governance recommendations that might be conventional recommendations based on existing governance tools, or they might be more experimental, dynamic, and flexible options which best manage these coastal ecosystems. Ruth Krause is the scientific coordinator at HIFMB, and in MARISCO coordinates the stakeholder engagements, the co-design, and the transdisciplinary knowledge gain. Myself, Helmut Hillebrand, I'm a professor in plankton ecology. I will mainly contribute to Work Packet 3, the response to changes, and I'm also the coordinator of the MARISCO project. My expertise is in data analysis on biodiversity change, and with our work package we want to provide realistic scenarios of how different aspects of marine life respond to environmental changes. Also, the second research site for this MARISCO project is close to our university, that is the Wadden Sea, an intertidal zone in the southeastern part of the North Sea. It's the largest tidal flat system in the world, and as such has been listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And if you want to understand why this place is so special, I would like to cite from this the World Heritage description. Nowhere else in the world is there such a dynamic landscape with a multitude of habitats shaped by wind and tides. Global biodiversity is reliant on the Wadden Sea. The background to this statement is that the Wadden Sea is a highly diverse system with almost 10,000 species known, of which roughly a quarter is marine, but even more so because it's one of the most important bird migration sites in Europe. This also links us to two stakeholder organizations. One is the National Park Authority, which is the managing institution for this World Heritage Site. And the second one is the Agency for Water Management and the Protection of Coast and the Environment, with the acronym NRWKN, which is responsible for marine management issues for the part state of Lower Saxony in Germany. Both organizations have been highly enthusiastic contributing to this project, and we are looking forward to our interactions. So what MARISCO promises is to unravel a box where the association between environmental change, the change of biodiversity, and the sustainable use of coastal ecosystems has to be developed into a multi-feedback network where different aspects of marine biodiversity and different aspects of nature's contribution to people have to be quantified and understood to develop targets and response strategies, recommendations, and also decision support and management tools. Thank you very much.